This thing is going to be about the types of geniuses. I was listening to Elon Musk on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was talking about, Elon Musk, and he talks about taking people to Mars, how to make America better, talking about government policies, electric car. I don't know Elon, but based on what he's doing, what he stands for in terms of innovation and moving humanity forward with technology, it's making our quality of our lives better. I like that, okay? There's something about Elon, and I think about the things that he has done. And it is true that some things he has done is childish. There was a time he was dating Johnny Depp's ex-wife. She was abusive, and everything was exposed in court. I asked myself that this guy is not wise in his decisions. What is he doing dating a woman like that? There are some things that he has said on Twitter. I don't really care. But people say he's childish, and I agree, yes, he can be childish too sometimes. But you see, Elon is a genius. You can't take that away from me. Elon has something missing. Then I listen to now. He's the founder of Angel List. I think it's a company that funds entrepreneurs. Wealthy dude. But when Naval speaks, there's this calm. He doesn't just talk about science, because Naval is a science dude. But Naval talks about spirituality. He said something. He said, a fit body, a calm mind, and a house full of love. All these three things, they cannot be bought. He's wise. That's the word. Naval is wise. They are both geniuses, but how can you be a genius without being wise? And his wisdom different from a genius. Naval is not really the creator, a flying car, an electric car type of dude. He is wealthy, yes, but he has wisdom. And people don't understand something, that there are two types of geniuses. And when I look through history, I look at the types of people that have actually helped mankind, better mankind in some way. They are the geniuses like Einstein, Newton. They are scientific geniuses. They are geniuses of the material world, geniuses of science. They create new technology, discover new laws, and we implement those laws in our everyday tech. The light bulb, of course, someone has to discover how light works before we cannot implement that knowledge and say, okay, let's create a light bulb that we can use, for example. So they are material geniuses. But there's also another type of a genius, and these geniuses are not materialistic. And when I say material, I don't mean that they are shallow and they love life. No, I mean they are not geniuses of the material and physical world. They are geniuses of the spiritual world. Think of Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, and some priests and some spiritual leaders. They are also geniuses too. Now, genius is not applied in terms of the physical world, in terms of making us survive better. But these geniuses, they are genius because they innovate when it comes to the spiritual, when it comes to living. The whole essence of wisdom is to live a good life. So the reason why Naval gives me this feeling of this man is wise. He's a genius, but he's wise. Elon is a genius, but Elon is not. I don't say Elon is not wise, but Elon is not as wise as he is a genius. If you understand science, but he's not really wise. His understanding of science is like this. His wisdom is low in comparison to that. You can see it as material genius, so geniuses in science, technology, and you can see that spiritual genius are genius when it comes to belief, faith, peace. Because basically, being at peace is a thing of the mind and a thing of the spirit and a thing of the soul. Real peace is really inner peace. So he really talks about peace, and this one has made me think that, oh, this guy is a different type of a genius, in that his genius is expressed spiritually. Because we human beings, we have two major challenges in life. I still remember a quote from Friedrich Nietzsche. He said, if a man has a why to live, he can survive anyhow. And I began to understand that we have two major challenges. Human beings are not just trying to survive on earth. We are trying to live life. Those two things are not the same. Living is not the same thing as exist. To live is not to exist. I don't want to merely exist. I want to live. We need wisdom. We need to fulfill our spirit in order for us to truly live. But to survive is where science comes in. Science will be like, let's extend human life. But you have people who are surviving, but they are very miserable. They are not happy. Happiness is a thing of the spirit. You can have so much money. A very good marker that you are surviving when in life is if you are very fucking wealthy. Because a wealthy person can get all the food they need, all the cars they need, all the security in life they need. You will survive well if you are wealthy. But a lot of wealthy people that they are not happy. I'm not saying that if you are wealthy, then you must be unhappy, because the people that will ask you this stupid question, would you rather be rich or be happy? Like as if, for you to be happy, you must be poor. No, those two things are not tied to each other. But happiness and peace is a thing of the spirit. And this is what the spiritual leaders have come to help us with. Elon, in the other side of, is a genius in the sense of it increases humanity's chance of survival, like taking us to Mars in case something happens to Earth so we can survive. But we want to survive and we want to live. These are our two biggest challenges. So also, we have two types of geniuses, the spiritual and the material. You see, there is something that happens. There's a practice when it comes to religion, this practice of fasting. Because we have an innate understanding that sometimes it is easier When you feed the body, you can forget to feed the spirit. So when you fast, you do not feed the body. There is something symbolically true about fasting, in that in order for you to get close to God, you need to not feed the body. Because we human beings, we are not spirit and we are not body. We are the two combined. We are spirit and we are body. And sometimes we feed our body so much. Make money, take care of yourself, make sure you are surviving, marry, have children. Those are physical. But what about the spirit? Let me tell you one truth now. Depression, unhappiness, purposelessness, these are sickness of the spirit. Deep sense of dissatisfaction with your life is a sickness of the spirit. You have wisdom and you have science. Science helps us to survive better, but wisdom helps us to live life better.